What up? What up? Hi. Happy Tuesday today. Sorry we weren't on the stream yesterday. We were. I was dealing with an issue, but now we're back. If you guys are
I'm
just
sure you guys
joining
missed
us,
us.
I'm sure you did. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Mogul Moves Weekly. It is your bi-weekly live stream covering everything from the box office buzz to the industry's biggest power plays and all things Mogul by MoviePass. I'm your host, Luigi. This is my co-host, Josh, and this is episode 40.
Hey, everyone.
Crazy, 40 episodes. We still need something to do for the 50th episode. So, chat, if you'd like to let us know what we should do for episode 50. Maybe we bring Stacy in. Maybe he's like our guest host.
That's not a
But
bad
let us
idea.
know. Let us know. Okay, let's get started diving in the weekend's performance. Josh, do you want to jump in?
For sure. Kind of a quiet weekend in terms of new releases. The big one was Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I haven't talked to anyone who saw it yet. I don't really know what the buzz around it is, but it did pretty decent, 13.5 million, which is kind of around what it was forecasted, which was good at number 3 for the weekend. Other new releases, Normal did a pretty good 2.5 million. BTS Ari Ring was in its second weekend. It did another 1.8 million. And then some kind of small ones. Bus Boys was David Spade and Theo Von movie. It did 1.6 million. There was a Bollywood movie in the mix that did 950K called Booth Bangla. What else? We've kind of been talking about Mother Mary a little bit. Mother Mary was only in 5 theaters this weekend, but it did 168K, which is pretty solid, 33,000 per theater. And I swear that Christopher's was in here. Did we talk about that last week? Christopher's did another 610,000. Yeah, Christopher's I think was limited last weekend and did 610,000 this weekend.
So I was thinking about the Mother Mary thing and why it might not have opened. I mean, they're like peak. They're on the press tour. Anne Hathaway's on the press tour for Devil Wears Prada, and the Devil Wears Prada premiere, like world premiere, was yesterday. So I wonder if they it's just like a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, definitely could be.
Yeah,
she's all over the place this summer.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's probably what it was. And then we had some good holdover, right? Like Project Hail Mary and Mario Galaxy still holding strong, seemingly.
Yeah, Mario was number 1. It did dip 46.5% down to 36 million, but it was still in the number 1 spot. And Project Hail Mary continues its pretty crazy run. It did 20 million again this weekend. I think it was number 1 for us at MoviePass again. And that's only a 15% drop from last week. So yep, pretty crazy run still. It's up to 285 million right now. I think that's domestic because I'm pretty sure it crossed 300 globally.
Yeah, it looks like it's at 573 million globally. That's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that is crazy.
That's huge. Good for them. Cool. Well, I know we had, did we have, movers, obviously. I think you kind of touched on them, but we can touch on them again. The 3 that are kind of moving.
Yeah. Biggest new releases from the weekend, The Mummy, touched on it. Yeah. Normal, BTS. Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, what are our pick holds and drops for the week, Josh? What are you thinking?
For picks, I mean, I think there's an obvious choice this weekend. Michael obviously is going to be pretty big. I think the box office numbers have it in the like 70 to 80-ish range for opening weekend, which is very strong. I don't know. Is there anything else that's like really catching your eye in terms of new releases? Mother Mary's going wide. We've talked about that one. I think it probably has the potential to overperform, especially because it's kind of getting free publicity right now with how much Anne Hathaway is doing for Devil Wears Prada and how much hype The Odyssey is getting at the
Very
moment.
true.
So it's kind of getting some free publicity, which could potentially kind of push it over expectations. But I'm
Right.
probably going with the safe choice in Michael.
I think so too. There is one movie starring Anthony Mackie called like Desert Warrior or something like
Yeah,
that like it's
yeah, that's
coming out
right.
this week. And he's such a huge star. You never know. I feel like that might do well randomly.
I
know nothing about it. It's like about
a Desert Warrior.
yeah. A
Oh,
prince.
yeah,
A
set in 7th
princess.
century Arabia.
So we'll keep an eye. We'll see where that's at.
Yeah, I'm holding Project Hail Mary again, and
Yeah. No,
I might drop Mario this week.
yeah. I mean, it had the big drop this last weekend. I feel like we see that trend. Once it starts to drop like that, then it's like probably time to let go of it.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool. Let's move on to our trending segment, trending topics online. And it's interesting. This one is really interesting. I did not know this, but obviously The Devil Wears Prada premiered yesterday globally. Or rather, sorry, the world premiere of it happened yesterday in New York, where the film was filmed. What I didn't know is that Sydney Sweeney was actually supposed to make a cameo in Devil Wears Prada 2, but they cut it.
No way.
So that made some headlines this morning, just because it was like, she's a huge star. I mean, to cut it is kind of crazy. People are speculating, like, is it because she's MAGA? Who knows?
Is she MAGA?
Well, she's like famously like never said she wasn't, and so everyone suspects that she is, even though she hasn't outright said that she was. But
It's
I feel like
ambiguous enough to cause concern.
yes, exactly. I feel like in this day and age, if you don't say you are, then you are, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty typically in the Hollywood space.
And I mean, her husband. Oh, wait. So she's. Yeah. Anyway, so people are speculating. Let us know what you guys think. I feel like it must have not been a huge part. It was a cameo, obviously. So, but it just like as huge hit to my ego if I was Sydney Sweeney and I'm like, oh, they cut it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was one of those things where like they didn't know, no one knew they were going to cut it until they premiered it, and we were like, wait, and then obviously realized she's not in it. So
was she like? How did people know? Was she on the cast list? I assume. It seems like something you just wouldn't even mention.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me see.
Or maybe you do mention it just because it's free publicity, even if it's controversial.
So she played a scene apparently playing herself as a celebrity client, being styled by Emily Blunt's character, who now runs Dior in the U.S. The scene was meant to be part of a movie's opening. Oh, okay. So it was part of the opening scene. And supposedly they removed it purely for creative reasons.
Yeah, I can see why you would cut that, especially if she's like playing herself. I don't know, kind of like maybe takes you out of the movie a little bit.
I feel like we've heard of this happening before, like in other movies. Like, if you guys know of any other examples of this, but I know it does. It's like quite common, like to have like celebrity cameos and then also for them to get cut for story or whatever it is.
I think so too. Yeah, and like I said, it's like even if you do cut this, you can just talk about it and it's free publicity. So I don't think anyone's going to not go see Devil Wears Prada because the 30-second Sydney Sweeney scene didn't make it.
I know she has really dedicated fans.
That's
so
true.
I don't know.
Probably she has a lot of realize.
She has a lot of fans and a lot of haters. It's really interesting. It's definitely a case study. All right, next up. Basically, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a lot of rumors going around that Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi are now an item after having been spotted at Coachella, at Biebercella specifically, together. Supposedly there was an after Coachella after party situation for Justin, and they were caught making out, but there's obviously no pictures because there were no phones allowed at this event. And so
Mm.
this is one of those, like, this would be a crazy sort of meeting of celebrity there. Like that's like two humongous celebrities getting together.
Yeah, to have Jacob Elordi and Timothy both roped into
Yeah,
the Kardashian royal family in the same year.
right, exactly. It's so interesting. They just have that family. They just have so much reach. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Like just again and again, it's like some massive celebrity gets like tied into the Kardashians over and over again.
I love the Dumois exclusive. All over each other.
Please keep Anon.
Please keep it on. How do you know this if you don't have social media?
What
How do you know the
about
Dumois?
this?
Oh yeah, did just say that? Please keep it on.
Yeah, I said it in the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's like, it's always like people are messaging Dumois, like, I saw this happen. They'll send them pictures and stuff.
Keep
And
it
it'll always
anonymous.
say, keep anon. So funny. All right, moving on. So I guess I Am Legend 2 is actually moving forward for real. There's lots of rumors about this happening, but Collider confirmed that Stephen Caple, who was the guy who did Creed 2 and Transformers Rise of the Beast, is officially directing it. There's also apparently Michael B. Jordan is kind of circling it as well. I don't think that part has been confirmed, but Will Smith will definitely be returning, and we haven't seen him in a while, since The Slap, probably.
No, not really. I don't think he's done anything since then. The Slap was when he was nominated for the tennis movie, right?
I believe
King Richard, I
so. It's
think.
like, when was the Will Smith Slap?
Because didn't he won the award, right?
2022. 2022.
Didn't he win the award?
Yeah, I believe so, right? Then he came up to like accept the award, and then he slapped Chris Rock.
I think that's right.
The Oscars just have not been as fun since.
No. Do you have any like? How much did you like the first I Am Legend movie? Do you have any?
I liked it. I remember thinking I really liked it. I mean, it was a long time ago. When was the first one?
2007.
So I was like graduating high school in 2007.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like I don't know. It came out at like a good age for me. That was like 7th grade for me. It was like one of the first movies that I like. I think I ripped the DVD and put it on my iPod video. So I've seen the first I Am Legend
that's
so
so
many
funny.
times.
iPod video. Was it touchscreen?
No, it was like when it was still had the spinny wheel.
Yeah.
Yep, I loved that thing.
So funny. I mean, Michael B. Jordan, obviously huge star connected to it. Still be big. There's no release date for it yet, but looks like they'll probably start. It's greenlit, so they'll start filming soon once everything's set up.
Yeah, the zombie movie craze has kind of died down a little bit. Like I feel like the only thing we've really had in the past couple years is the like return of the 28 years later stuff. So I'm kind of curious what the appetite is for like kind of zombie style movie and kind of where this sits. Although I guess Sinners was kind of like zombie adjacent last year and it did crazy well, obviously. So
yeah, I even feel like Weapons wasn't zombie related per se, but there was some aspect of it that was kind of zombie like.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Yeah. I just wonder, like, do people actually want, like, have people been asking for this, or are they just like trying to dig up, like, they're trying to find new, old IP to like rehash? Because I feel like that's been a huge trend this year too. It's like any old IP, they're like, can we do the sequel to this?
I don't know. I can't imagine people have been asking for it, but I could be wrong.
I know.
It does probably have kind of like a cult following among the right people.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. All right. Next up, we have a little bit of news from the Warner Brothers. When are we going to ever stop hearing about this? I need to know. Like, when is
2030 maybe?
Like, seriously, guys, I don't care that much. But I mean, I do think like they keep releasing things like, oh, this. I feel like Warner Brothers keeps going like, oh, this really sucks, but then everyone's like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Because like, because like, I mean, they've had like an incredible year. Warner Brothers has had an incredible year. HBO's in the green. Like, do we need to merge? Like, or like, what's the point here? Is I guess my question. The overall the sentiment is like, are they just like, darn it, we have to make more money?
Yeah, they're listing like all these accolades that they've had in the last couple years. Amazing
Right.
movie run, HBO Max turnaround, and
Yeah.
then we're annoyed by the merger.
Right. I'm like, then don't do it. I'm like, anyway. So we'll see. We'll see where that ends up. Again, we're gonna be hearing that for the next like 3 or 4 years, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Warner Brothers is just like, maybe they feel like their stock is high at the moment, and like it's a good opportunity to sell, but it's
Yeah.
hard to say. It's probably just money.
Yeah. I'm sure it always ends up being that, doesn't it? All right, let's move on. I think so no leaderboard update today. We'll update you guys on Thursday about that. So check out mogulgame.moviepass.com and we will see you on Thursday. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.